Hello, Dexter Morgan fans, and welcome to another Dexter Resurrection related stream. Those of you that asked me to stream, now I'm streaming a lot. Thanks to you. You guys know I hate streaming. No, that's fine. I like it streaming. So I am joined again by the great Rusty Reels, who is going to be one of the people being on the stream. Eventually, T. Parker Evans will be in the stream as well, and we'll get T. Parker on there. I put Rusty Reels links in the description, his Instagram, or not Instagram, I'm sorry, his YouTube link, as well as his Letterboxd link. But why don't you tell everybody that doesn't or isn't familiar with you about your channel and maybe a little bit about you?
All right. Yeah. Thanks for having me, JDev. And I mainly do movies, but I'm a Dexter fan. Some other TV shows like Alien Earth and things like that. Cool stuff. But mainly do movies, a lot of horror movies as well, too. So just check it out. There's a lot of shorts that I do that are pretty funny. So if you get a chance, check it out. Thank you.
He knew that the crocodile from Dexter season 1 was the New York Ripper.
Yeah.
Good stuff. He makes some really good shorts. I wish I had that mindset to do that stuff, but I do what I do now. Maybe some year it'll be even better. So we have now seen, I hope you've seen the Dexter Resurrection finale. I don't know if the Paramount has officially announced a second season. I know that some people have announced a second and third season, but I don't know if it's come from the people behind Dexter specifically, but I'm guessing that they have a second season. Now I'll let all the people in the audience, and I already talked about this to Rusty Reels and T. Parker Evans. I haven't told him about it yet. I did watch the finale early without sound. Well, I watched it with sound, but it's not sound I can understand. And I had thought the ending of Dexter, the season, was Dexter leaving New York City because he didn't want to put Harrison in harm's way because of all the people that die around him. So I thought that's kind of how it ended. Now, I don't know if that's the case. I think he just might be on the boat to dump Prater's his 3 bags of stuff, and then he'll be back. But who knows? It was a very safe finale of Dexter. So let's see who's in the chat here. Earlier, we had Ryan in the chat, one of the best mods that in the business. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and leave a comment and favorite and put the bell on for notifications and all that mumbo jumbo. Well, truthfully, I don't put the bell on for notifications for people's videos because that's just annoying. How's it going, Ryan? Hey, Ryan from good old JDev here. The legendary Crazy Coffee Man, the Dexter fanatic himself, is in the chat. Now, Crazy Coffee Man's favorite show of all time was Lucifer for the longest time. And he told me that his favorite show now is Dexter. I don't remember, about a month ago or something like that. And my favorite show now is Dexter. It surpassed The Walking Dead. I'm not even excited about the new Walking Dead show that's coming Sunday, well, early Sunday morning, like Saturday night at like 2, 3 in the morning for people that get AMC Plus. But I am happy that there's more Dexter. Obviously, Original Sin being canceled. That's unfortunate. I don't know if I was really excited about Original Sin, but it would have been cool to see a younger James Stokes and a younger Tom Matthews. So I'll let you, since you don't do Dexter reviews, I don't know if you have necessarily organized thoughts, but just give me your thoughts on the finale of Dexter Resurrection. Or if you want to break it down like moment by moment, you can do that as well.
I enjoyed the episode. I think, like I was telling you, and early on in the season, I think I was one of those guys that was in the comments, posting all these wild theories and was super excited about this group of serial killers. And so I'm sure we'll get into all of that. But into this episode, I felt like it was a really grounded, heartfelt episode that was really took place over just a couple of scenes. I'm sure we'll break that down, or you'll break it down further and better than I can. But I was satisfied with this, and to mirror some others like Cody Leach out there put it out there. I won't say that I was quite disappointed with it, but overall from a season, I think I had higher expectations. But taking those away, I'm glad that what they did with this season, and it ended that way overall. Hey. T. Parker.
T. Parker Evans is in the house. How are we doing, T. Parker?
Doing well, doing well. Well, kind of.
Kind of. Oh, did you not like Conjuring?
It was the worst one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't good, but yeah.
I watched the rest. So I've seen them all, but I don't remember a lot about the last two. I didn't like the second one. I know everybody else seems to love
The second one's the best one.
I liked the first one a lot, but I didn't have high expectations going into it. But for those that don't know about T. Parker, since he's now here, T. Parker, you want to tell the world, the audience about yourself and any fun facts about yourself that you can reveal here on the Dexter related stream?
So pretty much I'm the #1 Rita fan. And I'm the third biggest Dexter fan. These two above me are first. You guys can debate on who's the first.
Oh, okay. I would think Cody Leach refers to me as the Dexter fanatic. So, I mean, if anybody has that, he could, I mean, I'm sure there's many people that can tell me, oh, well, in this episode, Dexter was wearing this colored shoes and these colored socks. Fine. You got me there. And during my Dexter Seasons Ranked video that I recorded earlier today that just got uploaded as for members only, I couldn't remember the old Danny's name, which now I remember it was like Sonia. I'm like, Sophia. So I kept I didn't want to look it up right then and there. And I'm just like, yeah. So every once in a while I forget a fact about Dexter. It happens. But I would say that if you guys had a Dexter trivia night and you needed someone on your team, I hope I'm the first person that you would call. I would contact the legendary Crazy Kaufman, Cody Leach, either one of you two, Brad Hawk Talk, a combination of all you guys will come up with the ultimate Dexter team. What does Crazy Kaufman say here? Prater brought his yacht Getaway all the way from St. Bart's. That's 2,000 miles. It would take weeks. That's something I didn't notice in the episode. I mean, I'm busy taking notes and trying to pay attention to as much as I can. There's little details that sometimes I miss, but yes, Prater's boat the yacht was the Getaway, which is, of course, a callback to the Dexter season 4 finale, the unfortunate finale of your dearest and meeting her demise. Good old Rita, remember her? So yeah, I missed that part. Oh, we got Troy in the chat. Troy McClure. I skipped the Conjuring movies. Not a fan of those war and fraud, so I'd rather not have any of my money going to them. Okay. I get the Conjuring movies and the Insidious movies mixed up because Patrick Wilson being in just about all of them. No, not all the Insidious movies. There's like 2 or 1 that he's not in, but close enough. So I did put Rusty Reels links in the description. I've already went over that. I put your Instagram link and your Letterboxd link as well, T. Parker Evans, in the description. So if anybody wants to follow T. Parker Evans, certainly do so. He has great reviews, as they both do, on Letterboxd and fun stuff on Instagram. If you become a friend of T. Parker, he'll send you. He's like the first person to know about any breaking news from Scream or Dexter wise, and he's sending the news. Occasionally, I'll beat him to it. Like I already knew about that, but yeah, he has the scoop on things. Who's your contact T. Parker?
I can't reveal anything.
I thought I'd try. Maybe I get you to slip up or something like that. So I asked Rusty Reels his he, as you were coming on, he kind of went over his thoughts quickly. T. Parker Evans, I know you said 10 out of 10 for the Resurrection. I don't know if they've officially announced a second season. I know other places have announced there's 2 more seasons coming at least. But what really made this a 10 out of 10 compared to the last episode, which I think is a 10 out of 10?
I guess it's just how I rarely get stressed out from Dexter, at least modern Dexter. This is the first episode since, I guess, season 7 where I was stressed the fuck out. Okay. And I didn't know what's going to happen. I was invested throughout. I care for Harrison. I want him to get out. I was curious on certain characters, how certain characters' storylines will end, especially Charlie, Prater.
Charlie Brown.
That was a good one, yeah. And I didn't have any cons really, so I agree. It's a very safe finale, but compared to the last two we got, I think safe is good.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, when I saw it, I told Rusty Reels this after our stream last week. That's when I watched the finale with sound, but not really sound. So I knew I was got to be in vague with Dexter stuff for the
So
last
you
week.
really did saw the finale
Yeah,
last
I
week.
kind of told you I was going to watch it after our stream. I watched it. So I thought the ending was Dexter on that yacht getting away from New York City because he doesn't want to put Harrison in danger anymore because everybody around him dies. You know, Batista now, Rita, Deb, you know, LaGuerta, if you want to count her. So I thought that was the end, like him getting away. But like I thought he was going to take his yacht to Wisconsin and pay a visit to good old Al Jolly or whatever his name is. There's rumors that his name isn't Al Jolly now. I caught that from Brad Hawk Talk's stream, or not stream, his review video. So it was on one of the files or something like that. It said something different, like Al Winter or something like Al something. I can't remember. Maybe it's just a different Al character. Who knows? But let me catch up on the chat real quick here, which we only got one chat here. Reindeer. What if Harrison didn't open the door for Dexter? You think he'd have what it takes to eat Batista? Batista
I was thinking
tacos
that
and
earlier.
tattoo skin. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't go that route. I wish they would have saved Angel's death for maybe him officially dying in the finale, just so you can give Dexter. You know, it's got to be heartbreaking for a guy that Dexter really did look up to have his last words be "fuck you." You know, it's I don't know. Cody's really like he doesn't think the Batista death was needed. Like he doesn't like it, but hopefully that will pay off. I just don't know if their new end game is who's going to be the one to bring down Dexter in terms of he's actually caught. If that actually happens, is it going to be the stupid staying alive Claudette
Don't go there.
Wallace? I don't know. Like after this episode, like I liked her to a degree, but after the whole staying alive dance scene, I was just like, you got to be kidding me. This is the dumbest thing I've seen on Dexter. No offense to all Claudette fans. It just was my personal opinion on it. But
it can't be the dumbest thing it's on Dexter.
That's up there. I'm trying to think dumbest moments on Dexter.
Season 8, episode 11, where Dexter didn't choose to kill the brain surgeon.
I don't think that was that bad of a choice. That was
very.
I mean,
bad.
it ended up being bad for him.
But like Oregon.
He was proving that he doesn't have to kill.
And then that happened, and then Deborah got shot and died. So
yeah,
he was just right there. Just do it and just stop killing.
What I thought when that happened was, and I didn't really go into this in my review, and I kind of already talked to Rusty about this before we went live, but when I heard that song, Staying Alive Again, I thought that's a song that somehow, some way she knows that the New York Ripper listens to. And I thought the song was coming from the vault for some reason. I didn't know they were just playing it on the dance floor. And then like all of a sudden she got went out of robot mode. I don't know. It was just something weird about it. And did you catch when Claudette arrived at the gala, Oliva had a sucker? Did you catch that? He had a sucker in his mouth and nobody else has a sucker. I just thought that was really weird. Like these little things that I noticed, but yet I didn't notice the yacht's name was the Getaway. So it's just weird stuff. Let's check out the chat real quick here. Mia's file is active. I knew it. Mia Lapierre is dead. I'm telling you.
Nah, she's alive.
Dead. I think she's dead. I want her to be alive.
We didn't see her die, so.
Well, we saw her body, though. That's more than we got for Hannah McKay. File said Al Walker. Yeah, that might be somebody different besides him. Who knows? So how do we want to break this down? Let's see here. So are we all in agreement that we all like Harrison now compared to Dexter New Blood?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly didn't have that much of a problem with him last season, or the last season that he was in, but I like him better. I'll say that. I didn't hate him like a lot of people seem like they did. But
I wanted him to die. I hated Harrison I hated Harrison before the finale. And yeah, then they got together in episode 9, the family business, was it called? Or is that Sins of the Father? I can't remember which episode was which, but episode 9 where they killed Kurt Caldwell. And I hated him then, even though they got along. And then the finale, I'm like, oh my God, this character needs to go. I thought they would kill him off in Resurrection just so we don't have to deal with him anymore. Like, okay, it's a loose end, so we'll kill him off and that'll be it for Harrison. But
listen, I think I brought it up with you one time, is the New Blood. I know people don't like that season, but that had to happen to build up to this season, right? Because if you take out that season, that development that happened, I don't think this show would have been as good, because they got all that bullshit out of the way with their development and finding each other. Have you guys thought about it that way?
Well, I'll let T. Parker go.
Well, if that was the plan, but that wasn't the plan in the first place.
It wasn't the plan. No, but in hindsight, right?
Yeah.
The plan was Michael C. Hall wanted people to stop bothering him about Dexter. Like, okay, I'll come back, promote my band Ketamine, make the M99 Ketamine. That's to throw that in there. And he didn't want to come back. This was supposed to be it, but he changed his mind. Can we undo what we did? Sort of thing. So yeah, from that first episode of Resurrection, like I quickly did a 180 on Harrison. Like he just was a lot more likable. And now I have to record my favorite characters video tomorrow. 50 I'm doing. That'll be a long one. Mm-hmm. He's gonna make the top 50, which I never thought would ever happen. After New Blood, I don't know. And as far as New Blood had to happen so Resurrection could be this good, I mean, how could you mess Dexter up with the amount of buzz that was going into a Dexter New Blood? How can you fuck that up? Like, there wasn't really a lot of good stuff in New Blood, in my opinion. The first episode was kind of drag and boring, but yeah, or draggy, I should say, not drag. It was a little boring, but at least it had a good ending. Like Dexter finally kills someone, and hello, Dexter Morgan. But then after that, it kind of wasn't that great. You kill off Hannah McKay in the second episode, Storm of Fuck, because she apparently has pancreatic cancer. I don't like that decision. I never will, and I think Hannah should still be alive, and maybe they'll retcon that someday too. And they don't usually go for like crazy storylines anymore, though. It's usually very basic. That's why I'm like, well, Leon Prater's the New York Ripper. Maybe it's Detective Melvin Oliva, or it's just somebody we don't know, which it turned out to be somebody we don't know. Let me catch up on the chat real quick here. Where are we at? Okay, not a Claudette fan, but it was nice to see her not act like a damn robot for a minute. I agree. That's exactly what I said to a degree. Harrison was way better this season. I'd say his storyline might have been the best part of the first few episodes. Yeah, it's pretty good. The great legendary Crazy Coffee Man. Harrison is good for me. Yep. Harrison. Combine Harrison and Claudette there. That's what's going to happen. Instead of Claude X, it's going to be Hairdet.
It's Claude X.
Harrison's mouth is full of me. Dark Passenger. That's my boy. Nice one, Reindeer.
With the nip slip in that scene.
Yeah. So, yeah, Harrison was a pleasant surprise. Let's talk about Charlie. I can go first, or one of you can go first. Just thoughts on Charlie as a character.
You can go first.
Okay, perfect.
Anyone, you guys.
So it was great that they brought in Uma Thurman, who's a pretty big actress for the show Dexter. I would say one of the biggest. And then, of course, you bring in Peter Dinklage, who, if you haven't seen Game of Thrones yet, he's very important in Game of Thrones. I thought she was a little underutilized. Like, we didn't really get a lot of time for her. They kind of sprinkled her in the first couple episodes just to have her in there, before Prater showed up. But it was like really quick scenes that like we didn't have a lot of context behind it, like what was happening. Her killing the what's his name? They just showed his name again in the last episode. God damn it, why am I not remembering this?
Oh, the first guy she killed?
Yeah, the guy with the bear with me here. I have to get it right. So I have to go to my review. The last time I did this, I deleted my review and didn't realize it though. But I have it now. The Canton Clubber.
That scene, I thought, and I guess it was a red herring Well, it was because we know that now. But with her, with like where she swung the bat and they didn't show it, them cutting away. I don't know. I thought there was going to be more to that with her being a killer and things like that, which she kind of referenced that she kills people. They just never really showed it.
Yeah, that's very true. I would agree with that. Well, she killed him. At least we think she killed him.
So
We're led to believe that she killed Mia LaPierre, the Lady Vengeance, but who knows? But I thought she was a little underutilized. Like, and then like she's this tough badass bitch, and then like all of a sudden she's like a weaker character in the 9th episode, which we know a reason why she was. Dexter. She was afraid that Dexter was potentially going to kill her mom. But are we going to see her again?
She's still alive, so maybe.
and she said she would come back, right?
There was talk early in the season that she said she wanted to come back if they would invite her back.
When that episode wasn't that her threat to Dexter that she would come back. I thought maybe when she was exiting and she told Harrison to leave too, that she was threatening Dexter that she would get him. But maybe I was off on that.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know if she ever ends up in Dexter's table, but certainly I don't like loose ends.
I don't think so because, correct me if I'm wrong, Charlie doesn't kill her. She hasn't killed anyone innocent. She was willing to kill Harrison, but...
And Harrison is innocent. Well, I mean, he killed his dad, but they brought him back.
I thought she told Dexter... Okay.
She was starting to kill Harrison. Like, I'll kill him and I'll kill you. She wasn't messing around in that scene. It was kind of an odd scene. Like, we thought they were going to be like buddies, and like they really weren't. But she just kind of took off. Like, I got shit to deal with. You handle your shit and whatever. But I just thought like her being on the show, she wasn't utilized as good as I thought she would be. But if you have arguments against that, please take the floor, or just give me your opinion.
She was well utilized. She could have been better, but could have been worse. So she was just fine.
Yeah, that's true. I thought her character arc was good, but I thought she was talking to Dexter when she said she would hunt him down later. So I took that as maybe she. I don't think she meant it for Harrison. So
okay,
I don't know.
The chat's saying. Bothers me they say he's a lumberjack when all he did was drive a truck. Charlie is coming back. Could even be with Dexter taking down a baddie. Yeah, it's possible. I don't know. Like, I don't know like how she gets implemented in the story. Like if Dexter contacts her or she contacts him, or they just randomly meet up somewhere randomly, like out of the blue. So I'm not sure how that happens. That's why I think we might not see her at least for a season. Maybe she comes back in the final season, or whatever, however many seasons they have. Maybe she just comes back in the 3rd season. I don't know.
How many seasons do you guys personally want?
As many as possible.
I would say 4 tops.
Yeah. I mean, if it's good, and if they have an idea to bring back Hannah McKay, that would be awesome. I do think Hannah should come back at this point. I think Harrison, when he's going through his trauma, he should see Hannah and like have her calm him down. Like, calm down, Harrison. It'll be okay. Your mommy loves you, or something. Well, that would make him like a whiny little kid, but something like that. Like, it'll be okay, honey. Just breathe, or something like that. I think that Harrison should have somebody he talks to, whether it be Hannah or whether it be Rita. Bring Julie Benz back. Fine. I'm okay with that. He needs to have the kind of the same tendencies as Dexter of talking to people that aren't actually there. And that's the way to bring back both those characters. One of them or both of them.
It makes sense for Hannah, to be honest.
Yeah, she'll be
Rita was his biological mom, although he barely knew her. He knew her for like, 4 months, 3 months, 2 months?
9 months, something like that.
Yeah, that's probably more than that. But
yeah.
I'm just glad that they actually gave Hannah her props in that episode where they're like, that's your mom. That was Rita's your mom, but you didn't really know Rita that well. So it's good that Clyde Phillips was nice enough to give Hannah her props as a character. Maybe, the 50% of the Dexter fan base that hates Hannah McKay will have a little bit more respect for Hannah. She is one of the best characters on Dexter, and she will be high in my character ranking video.
Yeah, no, honestly, I remember in New Blood at some point, I thought by the end of the season they were going to reveal that Harrison really killed her, that he was killing people, but they went a different direction with it.
You should watch, if you didn't watch it, my Dexter New Blood theories, predictions, whatever it was called. I posted it on my community tab last week. It was going over the theories that were going into Dexter New Blood, where the Ed Olson, the billionaire oil guy, was going to be a cannibal and helping Kurt Caldwell. Like, I went over all the theories that I heard that Logan was actually James Stokes' son, Hannah being alive. So yeah, I thought Hannah was going to be alive. I really did, because they talked about it real quick. She had pancreatic cancer. Hannah's
I thought
dead.
Harrison was
I'm
lying.
hungry.
Yeah. But I mean, the series has always done that, right? Like, we have expectations. But I can think back, we were talking about devastating deaths, like bringing up Rita again. I remember really thinking like, oh no, she's not really dead. And when something like that happens, they just keep on moving past it, or they'll just kind of nonchalantly say it. But it's kind of like real life, right? You move on with your life. But no, I don't know. Maybe with Hannah, I still feel like they'll bring her back, but probably not Rita. I don't think she's coming back.
I think we'll see Rita at some point. It might be for Dexter,
Flashback.
not Harrison. That would be something they would do.
I
think Dexter should talk to random people throughout the season to give us fan service, even though it's kind of like, okay, it's just to make us happy. People like Rita, give us Batista. I'm sure we'll see Batista again.
And then tell you something that happened to me. So last night I had a dream after I saw the finale, and I dreamt that Rita came back, but in a Harrison seeing Rita with Dexter looking over him. Okay. I thought it was real when I woke up, but it was obviously a dream.
God, have I had a Dexter dream yet? I can't remember. Sometimes I remember my dreams, sometimes I don't. I'm gonna catch up on the chat quick here. I can't remember where I left off at, to be honest with you guys. Okay, I read that one.
It's further up.
I think Quinn will follow in Batista's steps. Jed Cooper, yeah, I don't know how much we'll see of Quinn, because he's got a job to do at Miami Metro as did they say he was the lieutenant now or the sergeant?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. I was saying lieutenant in my video, but he might have just been the sergeant, under the lieutenant. So if he can just randomly take off and go to New York for an extended period, I guess then. Outside of Prater, the whole group was a bit underutilized. I agree with that, Troy. Too many characters, not enough time, and I think Charlie is gone for good. It's possible. I think the plan right now is for her to be gone for good, but they can bring her back if they want to. She wants to come back. Quinn could come to New York asking Claudette for answers. I don't see it leading anywhere. It's possible.
I mean, the answer is right there, because Prater's fingerprints were on the gun that shoot him. So, yeah.
I wonder what's going to happen with the whole Ryan Foster case. Is that closed now, or is that still an open case?
It has been talked about.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that they do in this show, and then they just kind of stop doing it. We'll talk about more of that later. Let me make sure I read all these chats here. If they said this is season 10, Dexter, I'd be content. Yeah, the more seasons, the better. I want as many as possible, as long as it's good. And they gave me fan service, especially if Hannah comes back, or, I would assume we see Jamie Batista in the next season, probably for like 2 minutes, but I'm sure we'll see her.
And also Angel's wife. He has a third wife now.
Yeah, maybe it's Barbara Gianni. Maybe she came back. Hey guys, wanted to drop in to say hi. Great looking squad here. Well, thank you, Brad. Brad Hawk Talk. Make sure you subscribe to Brad Hawk Talk. He's done. If you didn't know already, he does some Dexter content as well. He did his review, and it's looking pretty good. And he has beautiful blue eyes, as one of his commenters said. So I'd like to point that out. Thanks, Brad. Hey, Brad. The yacht was at Chelsea Pier. Harrison overheard it as Prater took a glass from his tray. Hi, Crazy Coffee Man. For a second there, I got worried with Dexter and Charlie's interaction after Rita, Lumen, Hannah. Dexter goes for wild blonde women. I guess they're saving that for Lumen coming back. I think we will get Lumen in the next season.
He's going for Claudette.
Okay, Lieutenant. That's what I thought they said.
It's going for Claudette.
Claudex is going to happen. You're manifesting it. I love Lumen coming back, or Dexter going to Wisconsin and runs into her, or Dexter coming to Madison, Wisconsin to see me, because that's where I'm at. I'd be okay with that. There are many people knowing who the real Dexter is from distant seasons. Yeah, there's Lumen. People that are dead or people that are still alive. There was what's her name? Key Lime Pie lady. Wow, I'm drawing a blank on her name now. How can I forget this person's name? I just watched like an episode that she was in too. She was in freaking Original Sin too. She was the old records lady in the first season of Dexter, and then she got the disease, and she wanted the key lime pie, and I can't remember her. Crazy Kaufman. I'll put it in the comment section. Lieutenant Quinn. That's what I thought. They can leave Quinn out from here. That would be quite a lazy retard. Yeah, I don't think Quinn is that great with lawn. Like, if Quinn comes to the story, he's not catching Dexter. He's gonna go down like Batista. What was Camille? That's what her name was. I remembered it before anybody said anything. So yeah, there's a lot of people out there that know Dexter's secret. You know, Hannah, all his victims on the table that he had a conversation with.
Do you think Tom Matthews knows?
I do think that Matthews knew. To the extent, I don't know, but I think Matthews knew a lot more. And I think Frank Lundy knew more than he let on, but he wasn't. Frank Lundy didn't act on his suspicions. He kept it to the chest, so to speak. I just rewatched the Frank Lundy, because I was watching Movie Fusion's Patreon. If you're not familiar with Movie Fusion, everybody out there, he does a lot of reaction videos on YouTube. He's doing Dexter for the first time right now. On his Patreon, he's on season 4. On the channel, I think it started season 3 right now, but he just reacted to Dex Takes a Holiday where Lundy and Deb get shot. And it was a great reaction. I loved it. Outside of a scene for a proper send-off, they need like a funeral scene with Angel, Quinn, Masuka, Jamie, Matthews, members of Maria LaGuerta's family, and his daughter.
It's going to be another bench.
That was one of the problems with season 8. Okay. Maria's dead. Here's a bench. Okay, let's move on to Vogel. Are you referring to Mila to Camilla? Yep, that's what I was referring to. I figured it out before you guys chatted that, though, thankfully, because that would have bothered me for a while. I can't believe I forgot that. I just watched the episode where she died the other day. Well, not a week ago or so. So, from Original Sin, his lady professor of forensics, Tanya Martin, had so many potential for big stories. Yeah, maybe she's the New York Ripper. Well, we know the New York Ripper's name now, but maybe that's an anagram or something like that, and it's not really the New York Ripper's name. It's Tanya Martin. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Tanya Martin again. Something tells me we'll see Tanya Martin again. Don't know how, but I think it's possible.
Would she be like in her 80s by now?
Well, I'm not sure how old she was in Original Sin, like 40s maybe?
40s, and that's
so that was 20 years ago, and 10, so she'd be around 70-ish.
That'd be the 90s, so like 70s, 80s, yeah.
So it's possible. Maybe she'll be at Batista's funeral, assuming they have one. Maybe they'll just go right past that. I don't think they'll cancel Original Sin. I enjoyed it. Well, so far they've canceled it, but it might get brought back. We'll see. Don't know anything. Don't know if it's coming back, but with all the outrage and all the petitions that have been signed about it, they might bring it back. Who knows? But I just don't know. Like, unless you introduce Stokes, you introduce Matthews, and then what? The show should have started with Matthews for one. I don't know where they got this Aaron Spencer idea from. One of the worst villains on Dexter. Well, I mean, he was vindictive and stuff, but like he amounted to really nothing. All these villains are really weak. Dexter takes care of them so bad. It's like you got to give more props to Little Chino, who, he got past Dexter for at least one episode. So he's in my villains ranking. Him and Ray Speltzer, because they were both in 2 episodes, and they were kind of an adversary for Dexter. So I haven't officially ranked all those yet. I don't think I have. What did I get here?
In terms of like main villains,
I did break it. Never mind.
Each season. Don't tell me like how you rank them, but like how's Prater for you? Because for me, Prater is like top 5 villains.
Prater does make the top 10. Right now, I have 23 villains / antagonists. I included all the people from season Resurrection, all even Lowell, even though he was only in 1 episode. I did include all of them. I included everybody that's been at least in 2 episodes aside from Lowell. But yeah, Prater, he was like, he didn't get really good until episode, 9. That's when he got really good, and 10. So, in my opinion, I mean, he's good before then, but like in the episode Course Correct, was it episode 7? He had that story that he told Dexter about Cooper Morris and that. So that was okay. But like, I was wondering, going into episode 9, I'm like, I can't really put him as a villain. He hasn't really done anything wrong. Yeah, he likes serial killers, but he hasn't killed anybody or, and then he shot Angel Batista and turned psychotic. So
You can say that he's very similar in terms of arcs when it comes to
kind of like Jordan
Mitchell.
Chase to me.
Who is Arthur Mitchell?
Arthur Mitchell? Okay.
Yeah, in terms of how Dexter is interacting with them throughout the season, and then both killed someone close to him.
True. Let's see here. What is Tanya Martin is Charlie's mom? Well, we already know who Charlie's mom is.
Yeah.
So, and her last name was Brown, right? I didn't remember what it said early in the season, but yeah, so I don't think that's going to happen. But maybe she's Gigi's mom. Got to tie in characters somehow. I remember Cody got mad about people trying to connect people together. Like, oh, just because Gigi showed up, everybody thinks she's related to the New York Ripper or related to somebody. Does Cody not remember that Rudy Cooper was in Dexter season 1 and he ended up being the ice truck killer, otherwise known as Brian Moser? Does he not remember Christine Hill in season 4 of Dexter, where she was sleeping with Quinn and she ended up being Trinity's long lost daughter? Does he not remember Oliver Saxon in season 8 of Dexter, who ended up being Daniel Vogel, Evelyn Vogel's long lost son? So these things happen on Dexter.
That's different. Talking about when it came out during the time, but now it's like it's been decades.
True. Very true. I don't think it's coming back. They already said the writing room shifted over to Resurrection season 2. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay if they don't have Original Sin season 2. You're going to be mad about my ranking tomorrow for the season because Original Sin got dropped a little bit.
I mean, it got dropped for me a bit too, but
just because
I still like it. Really like it.
Yeah, I mean that's the start of the good seasons, in my opinion. Like, I have 2 bad seasons, which spoils where Original Sin is. Yeah, so
same here. I would say I have 2. I won't call them bad. There's no bad season Dexter. More like mid.
New Blood and season 6, in my opinion, are bad.
To me, they're both mid. They're watchable, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I wish I would have had time to rewatch the whole show because my opinion might actually change on season 6, especially. Like, it wouldn't be high on the list, but it might be not last because New Blood I really hate, and that show's kind of, aside from Hannah's death, the show's almost been retconned. Like, everything that happened on it. So, I don't know. Oh, Hannah question. Hannah's death, they told us pancreatic cancer, but no stories. Maybe she faked her death for Harrison as a reason of leaving. I hope so. But, I mean, at this point, I think if Hannah was going to come back, she would have already come back, like, alive. So she's going to be somebody that Harrison sees to, like, calm him down when he's going through his trauma moments. When he has to kill somebody to prevent something from happening, that's what's going to happen, in my opinion. The season had too many awesome cast members to give Prater a lot of screen time early on. Yeah, if you add up how much screen time that Leon Prater has, it's one of the lowest amounts of screen time for, I think I just said screen time for any Dexter big bad. But I have a hard time calling Leon Prater a big bad because, Peter Dinklage's height. Prater's up there, but a lot of that is due to Dinklage's performance, which outweighed his actual character. I would agree with that 100%. I'm just reading these comments here. They canceled Lucifer and with a social media, how Netflix brought it back for 3 more seasons. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. What about Rusty Reels? Are you going to do any Dexter rankings at all by chance?
No, probably not. Maybe next season.
Oh, yeah, I think that would be an awesome video to do, but you're more of a short. Do a short about it. Do a quick short.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more into other shows like Peacemaker Alien Earth, but I focus so much on movies. I haven't had much time, but I really do enjoy Dexter though.
T. Parker,
I'll
are
be
you done
honest.
shooting Alien Earth yet?
I'm so behind. Let's not talk about it.
No. So there's a character in
T-
Alien Earth that looks just like
Yeah.
T. Parker. I don't know what the character's name is, but it's like almost identical to T. Parker.
So many people reach out to me, ask me if I was in the show.
It looked just like you, man. I couldn't believe that. I'm like, God, I know it's not him, but I'm looking at this and it looks like him. So, what do I want to talk about next? I might as well just read all these chats real quick. Do you think he'll stay in New York? I think for the time being, although when I watched the Russian episode of it, I thought he was leaving permanently, but now I don't think that's the case. But we shall see. I'll entertain all killer theories. It's funny how Scott Reynolds was like, why would anyone think Blessing is the New York Ripper? I didn't think he was the New York Ripper at all. That was before I heard that.
He's too trusting and too nice. I don't trust nice people.
Dexter, what are you doing? I like Blessing a lot. He's going to be, when I talk about my favorite characters, he's going to be up there. Out of 50, he's probably in the top 25 at least. I haven't officially made that list yet. I just have a rough draft on an index card of all the characters that I'm going to put on that. So we'll see. Maybe Soderquist will make the list again. I know Soderquist is one of your favorite characters, T. Parker Evans. You're like, who? The background character that doesn't even talk?
Yeah.
Season 6 was the worst of the OG run. I would agree with that. I like season 8. Some people don't. Followed by season 8. No. Let's not talk about season 8. Season 8's awesome. I mean,
Wait, so you rank season 8 above 3?
I did not.
Oh.
I changed my ranking a bit.
Interesting.
A lot of them are really close. Like on anything, you can ask me tomorrow, and my opinion could change. Like I had a tough time with season 3, season 8, and season 5. Like they were kind of shuffled around. I'm like, I don't know which route to go with these, but I did put season 3 ahead of season 8, so you'll be happy about that.
I am.
Hannah will come back once they kill off too many other characters. Yeah, they better bring Hannah back. What do you guys think of Ronald Schmidt's MO being a throwback of the first episode of Dexter? It's nice. And he kind of looks like Dexter. And I think he did, like, he's not talked about enough. Mark Menge, whatever his name is, he was in the first season of Ozark and made cameo appearances in every other season of Ozark. But he did a really good job as like this eerie villain, in my opinion. Let's hear about your thoughts about Red, if you have any, both of you.
Go ahead, T. Parker.
He looks like Dexter.
Yeah.
That's it. I didn't care for the character.
Really?
I'm happy that Dexter killed him. Because he was only, 2 episodes?
3?
Because he was introduced in 2 and then died in 3, right?
Wasn't he in it? He might have been. Okay, it might have been. I thought he had a cameo in episode 1, but maybe he did. That might.
Maybe.
I don't remember, to be honest with you. I'm going to have to rewatch the season. I have Paramount till October 2nd, so I'm going to probably rewatch it. And then, of course, buy it when it comes out on hopefully 4K, but Blu-ray probably.
It's going to be Blu-ray.
Why do the HBO shows get 4K releases? Like, what's that Ella Purnell show? Fallout and The Last of Us. I got those on 4K.
Yeah, Paramount always getting Blu-ray.
Not fair. Rusty, do you have any comments on Ronald Schmidt or kind of agree with what T. Parker Evans said?
No, I agree. I mean, out of all the serial killers that I was excited about, he was probably the least out of them, next to...
Wow. That's interesting because I'm looking at my top 23 list of villains/antagonists, and right now Red is at number 15, which not very high, but not at the bottom. Lewis Green is my number 23. Followed by Lowell, because Lowell didn't really do anything. Neil Patrick Harris is great, but ultimately he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I was more intrigued by Mia the most.
Yeah, I just like tonight's the night, baby.
Here's the deal. Like, I was excited about the thought of hearing their names, and then when each of them actually, like, except for Mia, once they actually opened their mouth and talked like Gemini, I didn't like him as much as they sounded cooler than when they were on screen. That would be one criticism I have of this season. But
I thought they were all going to be a lot better. Gemini, I thought he was going to do good. I didn't like Gemini as much as everybody else did. I don't know. My opinion, of course, but
you know why you didn't like it? Because Claudex needed to be the Gemini twin.
Maybe. Let's see here. Rusty, you've got a sick Dexter theme backdrop. Yes, I agree. Now, is that a real backdrop or is that a fake one?
Okay. No, it's fake for sure. Green screen.
Thought so, but just wanted to double check. That ending was a bit unclear. He mentioned the people to stay for, but if he has the files and it kind of looked like he was leaving, I think New York will be a home base, but we'll have a few road trips. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. Masuka was the Bay Harbor stripper. Oh, yes, absolutely. Season 5 was the best after Clyde Phillips stepped down as showrunner. Season 7 was good with Isaac Serco. I do think that Season 7 was better than Season 5, Jason McDaniel. They're both good seasons. Like, they're both underrated seasons. I think Season 7 is just a little bit better. Crazy Coffman absolutely loves Season 5, though. That's his favorite. Which Matt and Jess TV, if you haven't watched their channel yet, they do Dexter content as well as a bunch of other shows, but they also like Season 5. I don't know if it's their favorite season, though, but they think it's an underrated season. Red was just a plot device, not much else to take away from that. Yeah, I just kind of thought he was eerie and like the things that he would say in the short amount of time that we had with him. That's why I liked him a little bit more than I guess most did. I wish HBO would bring back Westworld. Oh, Westworld was confusing. I liked the first season, and then they killed my favorite character off in the second season, which they killed a lot of people off in Westworld. And then I didn't like the third season was just, I don't know. I don't even know if I watched any of it. So I can't comment on that. My one of the people I work with that's way above me, she absolutely loved Westworld. And I will say, as far as television show themes go, Westworld is up there with Game of Thrones and other shows is a good theme. I'll say that about Westworld.
Yeah, that was really into that show. I can't remember I know there were other movies, and I think it was based on a novel. Someone can correct me in the chat, but I think I would have liked if that second season, if they would have just done another theme park instead of. I did enjoy the show overall, but it kind of got weird as it went along, trying to wrap it up. So, but yeah, great show, great opinion.
I'm trying to remember the things that happened on Westworld. It's been a while, so I can't really. I don't want to say anything because I'm just going to try to stumble for information in my head that I don't remember. But T. Parker, have you ever seen Westworld?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, move on to the next thing. His hair, LOL. I don't have any hair. What are you talking about? Lowe's wig was funny looking. Yeah, it was. Dexter finally found Dokes' blood slide blocks. Yeah, very true. Red's apartment is empty. Harrison moved in if paid up. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, we're gonna. So if Harrison's gonna stay with Dexter, does he have a bedroom there? I haven't seen a bedroom. Like, there's not a lot of space in Dexter's area at Blessing's place, especially if Gigi's gonna be there. He'll probably stay at Gigi's going forward though, and they'll have sex all the time, and he'll be, busy with her all the time.
Dexter should have taken over Pratt's area, just taking it all over and all of his money.
Doesn't Dexter have his yachts? That's like a house.
Yeah, and you think the feds are going to be after that yacht? That needs to be he needs to get rid of that as soon as possible. Like, use it to do what he needs to do, and then he has a bunch of money from when he took Red's money. He should buy his own yacht.
Yeah.
Next season will be Dexter International.
It wouldn't surprise me if they go to Europe. Wouldn't surprise me, or someplace.
Wisconsin. Where did the?
Yeah, come visit me. Come Philadelphia, Wisconsin,
or Argentina, and Hannah's still alive.
Yeah. Red was how they chose to tell fans that Dexter was a good guy and the provider of justice again. They pitched him as being too villainous in Dexter New Blood. Yeah, that's true. 7 and Resurrection are the only ones I've really liked since post season 4. 5 is okay. 6 and 8 are rather weak compared to the good seasons. I'm a defender of season 8. I don't think it's one of the better seasons, but it's like T. Parker agrees with me on this, that it gets unnecessary mean, it's got bad moments, but it's people over criticize the season.
Yeah.
And I think it's better than what people criticize it for. Like, yeah, the ending, it sucks that it's kind of like Dexter's still alive, but he's alone. But Dexter, we all know, is a story of tragedy. And I think that's a fitting ending. Yeah, it sucked that Dad died, but I mean, everybody around him dies. So it works with what they've been doing. So whether you hate that idea or not, it actually is a decent ending. I mean, yeah, the whole, I'm going to kill myself because people are dying around me. I'm going to go into the hurricane. Wait, I survived. Damn it. Now what do I do? I'll go, be a truck driver and be a lumberjack, as Crazy Kaufman would say, even though he didn't really do anything. That's a lumberjack thing. So I defend it. Rusty Reels, what's your opinion of season 8 of Dexter, if you have good memories of it?
Just trying to think while you guys were talking. So season 8 of of course, the final season, I enjoyed it. I think towards the bottom would be definitely season 6, and then T. Parker, you like season 5, right? So, but that's down there with probably season 8. But I'm not as critical. I enjoy all Dexter, so it's definitely not towards my top. I think my top will always be season 4, like with Trinity, was probably most people, along with season 1 and season 2 towards the top. So
season 4 has 4 of my top 10 favorite episodes.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe one day they'll have a bad like Trinity, but I don't know that they will.
It's going to be hard to top.
Yeah.
You know what I would have liked to have seen? I would have liked to have seen Prater make it to another season. Like, they keep killing these big bads off. I want to see like a big bad make it for multiple seasons, like be a threat. Like Lila should have been more of a threat. She should have, not got killed right away. They should have, made her go into season 3. Season 3 would have been a lot better if Lila would have been in it, even if it was a short time.
And she died like in the after credits, right? Like in France or somewhere?
No, she died right before season 3 or season 2 ended.
Yeah, I mean in the season 2, like in the after. I thought maybe it ended
before the credits. They had their, Lila dies, and then they have their happy moment where I've had a family. I have a family. My wife loves me. My kids love me. Whatever it does. It was a bad impression of the music that Dexter plays at the end of the season, but not fresh in my head, even though I haven't seen season 2 in a while, but
I thought he was going to track down, man, I cannot think of his name, Pigtail guy. Thank you.
Eric Stone Street, Rapunzel.
Rapunzel, thank you. Not Pigtail.
They'll save that for season 3 or 2.
Yeah, I just thought they were going to do the same thing like they did with Lila and him catch up with him at the very end. But
Harrison has a lot in his mouth for now. My biggest gripe outside of Deb dying was the Zach tease. I liked the whole thing with Zach Hamilton. I like that relationship with Evelyn Vogel, Zach Hamilton, and the part where Dexter, Hannah, and Zach Hamilton all go to Evelyn Vogel's house, like the serial killer dinner, the first one. I thought that was good. In fact, that'll be in my top 10 episodes of Dexter. I know it's crazy. I have a season 8 episode. I really like that because at one point, Dexter and Hannah go to find Zach Hamilton, and they're all in that hotel room. Or Hannah's in there, and Zach and Dexter are dealing with them. And then Deb comes in, freeze, and she's going to arrest Hannah. And then Dexter shows up, and Zach Hamilton's like, "Wow, you got 2 of them? Teach me." That's my sister.
I love Zach.
I thought he was good. He was good in. He was on the Fear the Walking Dead too, and he was also in The Following a long time ago. If anybody saw The Following, underrated show with Kevin Bacon.
I heard about that. I should watch it.
But it got canceled after 3 seasons. Like they had an interesting season 3 finale, and then it got canceled like right after the finale. So
that happened with the Santa Clarita Diet.
Okay. Season 1 OG finale, as if it were the end of the series. That would not be good. We need more Dexter after Board 3.
Would you guys be cool if this was the finale of Dexter?
I mean, it would be better than New Bloods. I mean, anything is better than New Bloods.
Yeah.
I mean, season 6's finale is better than New Bloods, at least.
Facts, yeah.
I mean, it's the only good episode in season. Actually, I'm a little critical on season 6. The first episode, I've talked about this before with T. Parker. I know that. Excuse me. The first episode with Dexter going to his high school class reunion, I liked that episode. After that, though, there's nothing I really like until the finale.
I like
And
the
then-
episode when Brian comes back.
So,
Nebraska. Yeah.
so if the ending it's not good enough that he goes off and he's a lumberjack, and it's not good enough that he gets shot by his own son. Everybody in the comments, what's good enough? Where do they go from here? Then, I mean, with Harrison, or do you think something's going to happen to him? I don't know that with Harrison not being popular in New Blood that they're going to do something to Dexter. But what type of ending would you guys like then? You know, I mean, for everything to come full circle, to maybe even back to the first season, how Dexter's creation was. What would be good enough to satisfy fans? What do you guys think?
Well, obviously Dexter and Hannah together again. That would be great. I want a happy ending for Dexter. I don't think that's what's going to necessarily happen. I think it's going to be a subpar happy ending where he's going to be captured, and then the person that captures him or somebody above them, it's like, you know what? I want you to work for me. He's going to be like a Hannibal Lecter type, like helping the feds solve crimes. Maybe that's where Claudette comes into play. They need another FBI agent in the show. Bring back Max Adams. If you remember him, Jonathan Banks from season 2 of Dexter, that would be what I would do. But I don't know. T. Parker, any ideas on what you would think the best finale would be, in your opinion?
What we got last night.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that certainly would work as a finale. I'd be able, if they said that's going to be it, I'd be kind of mad. Like, you had it right. There were a lot of plot conveniences to make everything work, but it was good. And you kept me, I kept me happy with a lot of fan service too, aside from Hannah coming back. But at least you showed her once and talked about her another time. So they should have ended season 8 with wreckage and left out the lumberjack. The thing that was weird about season 8 was the whole grin that he ends the season. Just a weird look into the camera. They kept looking at they just left that on him for 30 seconds, it seemed. Troy, I think showing him at the end of season 8 made it more believable for him to return, though. If they didn't show us that, everyone would rip them for saying he's still alive. Yeah. Very true. Although I already have no idea how he survived a hurricane. He's got superpowers. Fair, but it would have been open enough to be plausible. True. I like Zach. I disliked how they took him out too soon. Yeah, that kind of pissed me off because I like the relationship that Zach Hamilton had with Dexter. Like he was going to teach him, he was teaching him the code and he was following directions. A little sloppy, but I mean, it's better than Sweet Pea, at least, how she did things. If you've ever seen the show Sweet Pea. I thought Prater was going to make it into season 2. Yeah, going into the episode 9, I'm like, oh, Prater, I don't think he's going to die anytime soon, but maybe he will. But he did.
It's Peter Dinklage. It costs a lot of money.
Yeah. I think they should have teased Lila for season 3 and then take her out in the opening moments of the season 3. The hype would have been a lot better than it was. Yeah, I agree. I don't like how season 3 opens. It's really slow, and other than that, it's fine. But the opening is slow, and the whole Freebo thing and the Prado's relative and that. Dexter Old Blood. Watch a serial killer pretend to be a lumberjack for 10 years. Don't tempt them.
I've got to give Reindeer some kudos for the New York Ripper idea. I ended up making that video, and it's my top video right now on YouTube. So thank you.
I'm glad that you were able to see that, Rusty Reels. It's always good when you have something that does really well. It's funny. I don't know how I didn't miss the shadow crocodile or shadow alligator there, but sometimes I'm half paying attention to stuff. So
he mentioned it was the alligator from season 1, and so I made a whole video on that.
That was good. Check it out if you haven't already. Go to Rusty Reels' channel. It's one of his most recent short? I just looked at it and I don't remember. It's on there. I think it was either his most recent or the one before that.
Conjuring's coming though. It won't be that good, but it'll be out there.
I just posted my review for The Conjuring, and people are reacting. What? It's that bad? Yes.
Give me both Ghost Batista taking down Dexter. No, La Pasión is gone. Dexter will be New York's finest. Might. So where do they go from here to be satisfying? I have no idea. I've always been in thought that season 4 was the perfect ending for the character. Yeah, but that's it. Like, you need to know what happens after that. So my ending for Dexter, he goes back to Iron Lake and gets run over because the sign Jim Lindsay complained about was never put up. Okay. That, I think people would hate that ending, Crazy Coffin Man, but
They may do, which I won't spoil if you guys haven't seen Sopranos, but something that's kind of more ambiguous that could be interpreted multiple ways, maybe.
I've seen the first season of Sopranos and the first like 3 or 4 episodes of the second season, then just kind of stopped watching. No reason why, just got busy, and I own the seasons. I own the whole Blu-ray box set. Just haven't went back to it yet. Who else will be alive to watch Dexter Armageddon? I'll watch all the Dexter they get. As long as Michael C. Hall is Dexter or even Patrick Gibson, I'll keep watching the show.
Yeah.
Well, I caught up on the chat here, so let's talk about some more characters from Resurrection Season 1. What do you think of the Elsa situation? I can go first.
I almost forgot about it because I felt it was in the first half of the season.
Like,
she is coming out. Like, Harrison just forgot about her the second he met Gigi.
And you said that, I'm like, are we switching to Frozen? What's going on?
Yeah, like she was a focal point. She didn't get a lot of time, but she was featured in each episode. And then they get Viddy, they teach him a lesson, and then like we don't see Elsa for the rest of the season. Now, hopefully, we see her again.
Did you? I have trouble with character names, but she reminded me of his girlfriend from New Blood. So I thought they were
Audrey?
too similar. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Audrey Bishop, was that her last name? Bishop,
Something like that.
Wait, wasn't
like
Audrey? Audrey was adopted, wasn't she? If I remember correctly,
she
wasn't really Angela's mom or Angela's daughter. So, yeah, I think we will see Audrey and Angela again. I think we have to. Maybe not for at least Angela. She needs to do a Google search to figure out who the New York Ripper is. My God, talk about a character people don't like. Now, if they can make me like her after like her like just turning her back on Dexter, even though she helped her find her friend that had died. Well, she was dead, but he found the body and then he solved the case for her when she had been working on it for 25 years. I
don't think they will. They kind of jumped the shark with how the last season ended, and then she was just okay. He's a good guy now. I'm leaving. You know what I mean? At the beginning of the season, they just kind of moved on too fast. I don't think they'll go back to her.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing a prequel show showing us what happened after Dexter and before the events started on Dexter New Blood. Like, I want to see Angela Bishop and Dexter's relationship blossom, how they became so tight. I know not a lot of people are asking for it, but like there's a lot of stuff that like we don't know about Angela. And I think they're like, we'd like her more if we knew more about her. Like they just kind of force fed us Angela, and that's why nobody likes her.
Mm.
So yeah, that's weird that Elsa just kind of disappeared. Like I didn't expect that I actually expected Elsa to get killed by Rapunzel. That was something that I was almost certain was going to happen, but it didn't happen. It may still happen. Maybe Charlie will organize a killer dinner so Dexter can kill a Rapunzel. And that's why he comes back to New York. And then somehow he gets, gets Elsa, kills her. And then that sets Harrison off where he wants to kill Rapunzel, Al, whatever you want to call him. It's a theory, but
do you think they should have had, I think there was 2 less episodes, right, this season. Do you think that would have been better, or it was just fine like having it shorter?
I don't like a lot of filler. I think 10 episodes is really good for a show, 10 episodes per season. I know Dexter originally, the original run did 12 per season, and some shows do 24. That's too many for somebody that reviews shows. Like, that's a lot to do. So I think 10 is a good number. I wouldn't be opposed to 12 as long as they got enough content. Like, we need another couple episodes to fill in all this stuff.
Just don't do 8 episodes and split into 4, like 2 parts.
Yeah, that's annoying. We want you to stay on this streaming site for another couple of months. So we'll do 2 here, 2 here, 4 here, 2 here, like Stranger Things season 5, or Stranger Things season 5 is doing.
Season 4 and Wednesday season 2.
Yeah.
I don't know, because they could have adjusted. The positive was they could have adjusted to some of these fan theories and put that in the back half.
Like if they do that, make those episodes like 2 hours long or something.
Full movies.
Hmm.
Doak's story could have been in season 3. Dexter doesn't learn his lesson, which would go to season 4. Would it have a perfect arc of building his humanity just to have it ripped away? Great tragic story. Yep. Doakes should have never died. I think his character should still be alive. That was just the dumbest move by them to kill off Doakes. My opinion. Love Doakes.
Like
T.
too
Parker
early.
Evans, Rusty Reels, thoughts on Doakes? Should he have lived?
I
No,
love what they did, but at the same time, we could have got more of him. At least another 3 seasons.
yeah, maybe a little bit more, but I think it had to happen. It
Well,
was
yeah,
inevitable.
another convenience where another character ends the life of somebody that's on Dexter's tail, Lila, and then Leon Prater with Batista. I think Doak should have lived. I don't think they should have ever killed his character off. He was so good, and he was loved by the Dexter fan base. Although my friend Don can't stand Dokes, but that's his problem.
Do you think next season that maybe Blessing will find out, and that'll be a conflict? He'll be conflicted on what to do with Blessing if he finds out.
I don't know if Blessing will find out. That might be somebody that dies, and Dexter has to kill the person that killed Blessing. But who knows? Yeah, he might. I mean, Blessing's killed before, so Dexter could, Blessing. I've killed before. I killed bad people. What, Dexter? Why are you telling me this? I don't know why I keep trying to do impressions of Blessing. Elsa vanished after Gigi showed up. She wasn't in the last 2 episodes. Yep, I know. Elsa's going to kick Stefan out of his job. Well, Stefan is New York Ripper. Angela will show Google the New York Ripper and step in to catch them. I think they need to have like a team of like law enforcement people catch Dexter. Like it has to be, if they don't die before this happens, Quinn, Claudette, Wallace, Melvin Oliva, and Angela Bishop. They all team together like the law enforcement Avengers, the B team law enforcement Avengers, and they catch Dexter somehow, some way. Because I don't know, Quinn ain't doing it. If Quinn's involved in this season, he's going to meet the same demise as Batista. Some random person will end up killing him, so Dexter doesn't have to.
Can you stop doing the whole find out Dexter is a bait, how a butcher, and just track him? I'm over that. It happened 3 times.
I could see Quinn like being okay with it and be like, you know what? I like what you're doing. I don't, I could see Quinn actually being the person that says like, let's work together. But I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, Quinn doesn't even know about Dexter.
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. I'm glad that you brought that up. Do Quinn and Masuka know that Dexter's alive right now?
I don't think so. Because they never mentioned it. It's like Angel never mentioned that to Masuka or to Quinn when they met in episode 3, the bar.
I mean, he brought him back to life, though. What does he have to do to go through the steps to bring somebody
back to life?
That's true. Do they know that Dexter Morgan is alive and well in, was Iron Lake, now New York City? That's something I wondered about. I do think we need another scene of Dexter and Masuka again. Like, Dexterous.
So you want Quinn and Masuka to come back for season 2? 3?
I want to have Dexter, I want Dexter to go back to Miami Metro for some reason. Maybe he goes to Angel's funeral.
You would think he would go to Angel's funeral with Jamie there.
Harrison would be thrilled. Jamie, the mom that I never had. I remember you. Jamie needs to come back for that episode. She needs to come back, Amy Garcia. I bet she would do it. Fun fact, Dexter is not my favorite role for that actress. I love her in Lucifer. She actually plays, get this, a forensic scientist in Lucifer.
I have to watch it.
And she went, it's the legendary Crazy Coffin Man loves Lucifer. It's a good show. It's a good show, and it's on Netflix if you have Netflix, but I think you do. If you're watching Wednesday, Patrick Gibson would be blood spatter analyst for MI6. Yeah, if they make another one. And since it is a character study at its core, anything past that is basically superflux Entertaining, yes, but ultimately not necessary. Yeah, that's true. Give me 10 episodes, 12 episodes again. Yeah, give me an episode every week for a year.
Hell yeah,
I
bro.
miss 24 episodes every year.
That's a lot. That's a lot to cover.
We had good filler for character development.
Angela was no detective. Well, she was chief of police. Close enough. She was law enforcement. I said law enforcement, Crazy Coffee Man. He was La Pasión. Yes, 12 episodes. Wednesday season 2 just did that. Split episodes, 4 in August and 4 in September. Yep. Blessing. Dexter, are you gay? Yeah, who knows? Like Red, Elsa was basically a plot device to eventually get to the landlord scene, which set Harrison on his current path. I remember you saying that before in my comment section, Troy. That's I do think we do see Elsa again. I just don't know how long she'll last after that, especially if Rapunzel comes back to town. Quinn knows Dexter is the Bay Harbor Butcher. Yeah, there's a YouTube thumbnail. He knows. Lots of YouTube thumbnails that he knows. If Dexter ever returns to Miami, I'd be annoyed. He's way too smart for that. Well, if they know he's alive, though, then I don't see why he wouldn't go to Angel's funeral. So I think Dexter would go to his funeral. And that's how we get the cameos for Masuka in season 2, because it would make sense if Masuka would go to New York. Dexter cruises down to Miami in getaway yacht. Yep. Very true. All right. Who else is in Dexter Resurrection? Anybody think the character of Lance will ever amount to anything? That's Harrison's buddy that he sold Dexter's vehicle to, that he told the guy he's smoking over there, you better look out for him.
Yeah.
Who does that on a job, like out there in the open?
Yeah, that was kind of weird. That was like a plot device to get that guy out of that stairwell so Harrison could go that way. There's a lot of plot conveniences in Dexter Resurrection. Yeah. We're going to have to just get used to it. But does anybody think he'll become a better character, or he'll just be there for we know his name. That's about all we know about Lance.
It's going to be a side character. Yeah, so he might come back.
Yeah, I agree.
Brad Hawk Talk thinks Lance is the fall guy. Jason McDaniel, I didn't like Lance. Why don't you like Lance? He doesn't really do anything, but okay. All right, let's talk about Gigi. How much more are we going to get Gigi, and do you like Gigi as a character?
She's better than Elsa. I say
no, go ahead.
Better than Elsa. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. She's more interesting, more fun.
Well, maybe Elsa's fun. She's just really reserved.
Maybe.
She's got a kid, she's got to watch out.
But also, I feel Gigi's more age appropriate for Harrison.
Yeah, that's very true. I'm glad she got naked. That was good.
She did get naked, yeah.
I like that stuff. Nudity is important, especially in Dexter. We haven't got a lot of nudity lately in Dexter.
Haven't got nudity in Dexter since, what, season 8 or 7?
7 was the strip club season, so I'm sure I think we saw Nadia nude at one point. New Blood, we didn't see any of Angela. Original Sin, did that have a nude scene in it?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
So yeah, this is the first nude scene we've got since I think season 7. Might have been season 6 though.
It's crazy
because Dexter did
season 8. Jamie.
Yeah, but she didn't show anything. It was just like
she did.
No,
I remember. I rewatched season 8 recently. She did.
What'd she show? Like her butt?
She was with Quinn.
Right. I remember the scene, but I don't think they showed anything.
They had sex scenes.
I'll have to rewatch it. Was pretty. Just double check.
At today's standards, it's pretty, I guess, too much. But back then, that's just normal.
Okay. So, does anybody else here think that Gigi is hiding something, like she's related to somebody, or something's fishy with her health? She just all of a sudden started seeing Harrison just like that.
I think that's random, but like I said before, she has too many red flags. Like with the lying, it's definitely a personality issue or disorder. So something's going on with her at a minimum. For that not to end well, I think she'll be back next season. And then, but yeah, I don't know. I know there are rumors out there that she may be related to a certain killer, but
or
you never know.
forensic. Maybe her grandma is Tanya Martin. Who knows?
Oh God.
She's got to be related to somebody just because.
Maybe she's Hannah's long half sister or something.
I'm waiting for Hannah to have a daughter or a son that nobody knew about, just so they could bring Hannah back into the story a little bit more.
Yeah,
I'd love it.
I really thought in the last episode that they were going to reveal Aliva to be the Ripper because he was taking so long in the vault, that he would be the Ripper, and then Gigi would be tied to that as well because she knew that Dexter was going there. So I don't know. I thought they would tie it together, but again,
I think there's still something fishy about them too. But maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just misdirection. I don't know. Maybe they want us to think that. Can't believe there's still no Dexter La Passion compilation on their main channel. Those blabbermouths spoiled Leon's death for me. You should have stopped going online for that whole week then. That would be the only way. Cody avoided spoilers.
They pretty much spoiled the big character deaths like the next day.
Yeah.
On the Instagram.
You could maybe be there for him from a distance, but he shouldn't interact with anybody. That's too much story to get into for a funeral type scenario. Who's he talking about? Masuka, Quinn, Dexter? Oh, Dexter probably. He's got to be. If they have a funeral scene for Angel Batista, if they know that Dexter's alive, he should definitely be at that funeral scene. And Harrison. And then Harrison and Jamie can have their reunion, which will be a touching moment. And then Dexter can go up to Quinn and Masuka will be like, Dexterous, you're alive. Something like that. And then Captain Matthews in his wheelchair. Hi, Dexter. Jeff Pearson. I wonder what Matthews' status is right now. We don't know what happened to Matthews if he's still alive. But if they're going to bring Matthews back, they need to hurry up and do it because that actor isn't getting any younger.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Harrison is into New York Beaver. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, though. Like, isn't Harrison trying to go into school, trying to be a cop?
Law enforcement.
Yeah. So
I do think. I think Gigi's going to be a character throughout the season or the series. I just don't know if she'll end up being somebody that's bad, or we're just meant to think that. So we keep having these theories, and people laugh at our theories. Gigi could dig into Harrison's background after Batista call and then seeing he's dead. That's true because she wanted to be a detective herself, but her arm injury, which is a weird injury. Oh, and another thing I want to point out, I like to jump around. I think you two are used to me just going back and forth between things. The scene when Claudette arrives at the gala and she points out that Oliva's sleeves are still off. Is there anything with that at all? Is there something weird that she keeps pointing out his sleeves are off?
In the Dexter recap, they acknowledged that for some reason.
Okay.
Oh, you noticed that?
The recap when they were in the precinct and she mentioned it?
So it must mean something.
I don't know, man. They did it again in the finale, so it's a little fishy. Something's fishy with that, but maybe it's just meant to keep us off the real story. Who knows? Elsa is a mystery to me. Not enough development on her character for me. Well, Harrison was babysitting Dante, and she still needs a babysitter, so something's got to happen with that. I think she will get killed off. I don't know, just a hunch. If Gigi is in season 2, I hope they make her more interesting, likable, more character. I think she's interesting. I mean, she does more. She's got a personality, that's for sure. And she likes to make stories up and fib all the time and then say, I'm just messing with you. Gigi is a mystery as well. Once again, no development. Well, she was brought in late. Hannah nude. Holy moly. Hannah, she's done nude scenes before, Yvonne Strahovski. Trust me, I've watched it. Gigi is okay. Like I said last week, Harrison deserved to get his. But honestly, I would have preferred to see Elsa's goods. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Chris. Hey, man, do you think we will get Resurrection Season 2 and Dexter Resurrection Season 3? I mean, I don't think Showtime and Paramount have officially announced it, but it's heavily rumored at this point, and they're starting the writer's room of it already. So I think we get Dexter Resurrection Season 2 around this time next year, would be my guess. I avoided spoilers as well. I did. Well, I avoided spoilers, but I did watch the final episode after my stream last Friday night. About 15 minutes afterwards, I did watch the final episode with basically no sound, even though there was sound, but I couldn't understand the sounds I was hearing. So, anybody that was asking me about Dexter content for the last week, well, not week, but almost last week, I've been kind of like not really saying much about it just to avoid me slipping up with anything. But I knew the finale was going to be lackluster to some people. Like, not a lot happened. It was kind of like something we'd expect to happen. But that's good that you avoided spoilers, Jason. That's awesome when you can avoid spoilers. I usually know about spoilers for everything, especially when T. Parker's sending me images of Scream stuff.
Nothing spoiler, just things coming out soon. But I did saw a spoiler for the finale last week. But
what'd you see?
It's not really a spoiler because we knew it was confirmed that Brian Mollinger was coming back.
Oh yeah, and I mentioned that in the stream last week that was something that was confirmed at the beginning of the season. So I wasn't surprised. I was surprised it took this long for him to come back.
Yeah. So I just saw like the actor coming back. That's the only thing I saw in terms of spoilers.
Where are we at here? Yeah, the Dexter Socials wasted no time in giving episode spoilers. Yeah, they like to do that. You got to basically cut yourself off from the internet if you don't want to have spoilers for the show. Blessing has a long lost brother named called Curse. He's actually a pretty chill dude driving an ice truck. That's funny. I think the sleep thing is just to point out her acute attention to little details and forces her rep as the best detective there. I guess that could be the case, but it's now happened twice. But maybe that's just to point out that, it's just something that it's just a weird thing that they keep doing that makes me think. Oh, Slan, you commenter. JDev has all that Hannah nude scenes locked tight in a homework folder. I wouldn't say that. I do have her in my backdrop, even though it doesn't look like her. That is Yvonne Strahovski right next to Dexter right there. I think it was her maybe before Chuck or during Chuck, but it doesn't really look like her. But that was the best thing that they would actually send me. There was something else that I wanted, but it wasn't available, even though it said it was. So maybe someday I'll get a better Hannah thing in my backdrop. I need to put Dokes in my backdrop too. I should just put all Dexter stuff in my backdrop. I thought about moving all my movies to my backdrop, but be me rearranging my room, which I don't necessarily want to do, but I might have to. Who do you think will be the villain for the plot twist for Dexter Resurrection Season 2, though? Because now that Prater is dead. Well, I mean, I think Rapunzel might be the main villain next season. Maybe. Otherwise...
It's gonna be the first one to die in the first episode.
Maybe.
This could be an easy kill for Dexter.
Or maybe it is the New York Ripper. I'm forgetting his name already.
Or the other killers on the files that Dexter found.
Is it Don? Don the alligator?
Donald Framd or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I hope they cast, like, if it's gonna be like the New York Ripper is the killer or the villain. See, if the New York Ripper is somebody that's in a wheelchair, that's not going to work for me, though. It needs to be somebody that can, like, do scenes with Michael C. Hall and maybe have, like, a fight scene. So if it's somebody that can do that stuff, like, I've heard rumors of Bryan Cranston, James McAvoy, that'd be cool. I don't think Bryan Cranston wants to act anymore. After he's done with the Judge show, I think he wants to be done acting, but maybe not.
Maybe that's where they go, is like somebody that's like intellectually can outsmart him, but in a wheelchair or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe it's possible.
He's going to track down serial killers, right? I mean, I don't know if they're going to go on a road trip, but that's where I think they're going to go, which that's part of why I was kind of disappointed. I was hoping that they would do this whole serial killer group at least over 2 seasons, but didn't happen. It's still good.
That was done very quickly. I wish they would have focused a little bit more on that because it had potential. And everybody loves the episode 4. Like, I don't see it's a good episode, but like everybody's like, it's the best episode of Dexter, and I just don't see it. It's
I wouldn't say the best episode of Dexter, but it's probably the best episode of Resurrection.
Touched by an Angel. Even though it has its plot conveniences, that's a powerful episode with a big moment in it.
It's very powerful.
And
But there's
Course
a
Correction is the
quality.
second best episode, and then the third episode is the best episode.
For maybe episode 4, then 10, then 3, and the rest is up to debate.
The worst episode, I'm glad that we have a season where the worst episode is like a solid 8 something. Like there's no really bad episode. I thought maybe the finale would be the worst episode, without seeing it with audio, but it actually ended up being decent. And like you said, it's kind of like an edge of your seat sort of thing. I thought there was a chance that Harrison could die. Well, obviously I knew that wasn't going to happen once I watched it, in Russian, but it was a good season with a lot of good episodes.
Was it Cats and Mouse was the Gemini episode? I think that, I'm trying to think if that's the one where he got Gemini.
Is that number 8?
That was number 7.
6.
Well, 7 is Course Correction, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's Course
When
Correction.
he killed the first twin, that was 7.
Okay, but where he killed the actually both of those episodes of the Gemini killer, I don't know. I remember I was jumping out of my seat like, oh shit. I don't know, that those were enjoyable, but I definitely like the last 2 episodes of the season as well.
Okay, 6 was Cats and Mouse.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember which. I mean, there was both episodes, but which I think actually when he was going up to like catch the Gemini and where it was revealed that he had a twin.
That's
I think
episode
it was
6.
6. Yeah.
Because then in episode 7 they go to like the castle
7,
place, and that's where he gets the Gemini guy to makes everybody think he's gonna kill him, and then he takes him out.
I would say my least favorite episode is episode 8.
Interesting.
Even though it's still a good episode, it's like a 7 out of 10 for me.
Okay. I think it's good, but I don't think that Course Correction was an amazing episode, especially the stuff with, if you're a Breaking Bad fan, the stuff with Dexter and Angel at the end.
Oh, that's the one that you love, that I don't love. Right? That's
episode
8.
7, Course Correction.
Wait, what?
Course Corrections where he goes to the castle.
I was
and then he comes
8,
back, and at the end of the
8.
episode, him and Angel are in the car, and if this ends well, this is going to end bad for you. And Angel's like, I'll take my chances.
I'm thinking of episode 8. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, episode 8 is the where he goes in the hair salon place, and it's not that good. It's still better. I think episode 2 was the weakest of a bunch of good episodes. But
2 and 8 are my least favorites, actually.
Okay. Sorry, Jay, but that bit was funny. I avoided spoilers except for the biggest one possible. Okay. The cancer killer is a crab. Okay. Or an alligator. The second mention of the sleeve enforces her obsessiveness for her job. She would have fixed it. He doesn't care, and she had to point it out that I still see that shit. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe you have a point there. I think there's something more to it, but it could be that.
Maybe.
Bryan Cranston is 100% wishful thinking by fans. Maybe Paramount will look into it based on the hype. It's not going to be Bryan Cranston.
I saw a rumor about that.
I think it'd be solid.
It's not going to be Bryan Cranston. I doubt it. But then again, I wouldn't think Peter Dinklage would be on Dexter, so who knows? The New York Ripper is Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad. Bitch. I'd have to rewatch to rate the episodes. None are bad by any means, but I think I'd have the finale in the lower tier overall. Ooh, T. Parker, those are fighting words.
I mean, it's his opinion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Try to catch up on the China. We can talk about more characters. The episode titles were pretty solid. Cats and Mouse is a fun hint when you know the truth. Touched by an Angel or Angel was a bit spoilery of a title. Yeah, I thought that, but I'm like, there's no way they kill Angel off, and they did.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Okay, what does everybody think about... Have we talked about Claudette in detail yet?
We need to.
Remember. Okay, yeah, let's talk about Claudette, who hopefully will end up with Claudex. That's what you want. Rusty Reels loves that idea. I've already shared this with actually both of you, but the scene when she hears Staying Alive at the gala, and then like I just thought that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen on Dexter.
Uh,
Sorry, T. Parker. Sorry, Rusty Reels.
I have fun with it. I have fun.
It's just like she got acted. That's if Claudette's the person to bring Dexter down, I would not be happy with that, but maybe it will happen.
She's better than Angela.
Well, it doesn't take much to be better than Angela. I want to see Claudette do great Google searches like Angela does to figure out things.
Yeah. I liked her at the beginning of the season. I know, like Cody Leach, he brought up how they were, and he had a valid point. Like it was kind of goofy on what they were trying to do with the autism, but I like the potential of what they could have done with her character, and I really thought her with the headphones and how she was acting was going to be like a parallel to maybe a tragedy, and it still could be maybe in the future, but a tragedy like Dexter had. So I thought that's where they were going to develop her. But there were some episodes where she wasn't even showing like personality. I think someone mentioned that in the comments, like where she was just like stone faced, not showing any emotions. Where the last episode where I really felt like they were just like trolling people with that. I enjoyed it. Remind me of like the first season of Wednesday with Ortega dancing, but it was way over the top and unexpected. So now I'm still digesting that episode as far as overall, but enjoyed it. So, I'm still hoping that she gets with Dexter, but they had that's the episode when Dexter and Claudette came across each other. Was that 8? I'm trying to think.
Was that episode 5?
Oh yeah, maybe it was earlier on.
Yeah, it was earlier on. I want to say.
I
think it was
really
5.
enjoyed that. Yeah, I enjoyed that moment where he said what the weapon was. But
maybe that might have been 7.
No, that was later. That was 6. That was 7. That was after the
in the 7, the island. Yeah, after the island. Yeah, it was 7. But so I enjoyed that interaction. But they didn't take it anywhere.
Not yet, at least. Do you think that NYPD Commissioner Franklin McNamara will play a role in the show at all, other than being in the finale? T. Parker's like, who?
No, I know you're talking about, but like, I don't know. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, it's apparently it's Prater's co-conspirator. That's how he announces him. My co-conspirator, NYPD Commissioner Franklin McNamara. And then Prater just goes to follow Harrison.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he'll play a role in the show at all, but the fact that we know his name and he was featured in the finale leads me to believe he might have a bigger role in the second season, but maybe not. Just a hunch, though. How do you think? I think we're all in agreement here. Michael C. Hall's performance as Dexter in this season of Resurrection. Anybody have any complaints other than the plot conveniences to make things work in the show?
No complaints. No.
I mean, we've already talked about it, but for the season, my main complaint is how they handled the serial killer group. But again, it was expectations too. I thought they were going to take it way larger, and I don't know. There's some files with some serial killers that are still there, so I guess technically it is kind of getting that'll cross over to season 2 maybe. So
I would say, like, in terms of plot convenience, it shows how easy it was for Dexter and Blessings to get so close. The second he met him,
Dexter,
pretty much the next day they become best friends, and he lives in his basement. Like,
he's worried about all these your car drivers getting killed, but yet he lets a passenger live with him the very next day.
That looks just like Red.
Yeah.
I didn't notice the conveniences or just some of the things that didn't have logic, but like Brad pointed out in episode 9, I had the same thoughts, like where they were walking in the middle of the street, like it's revealing all this information. And so in episode 9, I noticed more of it. And I have to maybe go back and watch the rest of the season. It may have been throughout the season. You guys can put it in the comments if you thought of other stupid shit that happened, but I didn't notice as much as I did in that episode.
Yeah, that was something that they did, and especially in episode 9 with them talking just out in the middle of New York City about, the Prater's not who you think he is. He likes serial killers. He organizes dinners for serial killers, and I killed Gemini Killer, and I killed Red, and I want to kill freaking Rapunzel's Al. That was it. There's weird things that happen to the show that I wish they would do less of next season, but I think that's going to be something that's going to just be something that we should come to expect. Hopefully it's a little less obvious or, a little less frequently, but who knows?
feel like that's TV shows in general.
But
Talk about murder in public.
I think that Michael C. Hall was amazing in this season,
When you
especially.
say better in season 4,
I think it's on par with season 4.
or
Yeah. This is one of the best Dexter seasons in terms of his acting, especially when course correction, when he's telling like Al and Gemini and freaking Prater about like, you know, your family won't like when the mask comes off of that, like his performance, and then doing the puppet thing with the. I thought that was great. I thought his performance is really good, especially like him talking to Prater on the table when Prater was wrapped up in plastic on the table. I thought it was really good. But
Well, I think his character is growing. I mean, he's starting to show emotion, I guess, maybe a little bit, if you could say that. But which, by the way, that was one of the complaints. I can't remember, J-Dev, if it was you or Brad in your reviews, but I did somewhere I seen that there was complaints like coming off of Batista's death, how angry he was, and that anger didn't really carry over. If you watch this episode, like again, that it didn't carry over for continuity purposes, really.
I guess since Dexter was in a situation where he has to like get out, he has not had time to grieve. But maybe in the season 2 premiere, you can grieve.
I think there's going to be a funeral scene. Dexter will be there, and you're going to see him grieving there as well. But I don't know. I would think that would be the route they would get if they can't just make Masuka go to New York City, have Dexter come back to the Miami. That's why I'm wondering if they know Dexter's still alive. I would assume that he would mention something to him, but maybe not. I don't know. Well, let me catch up on the chat here. Oh, I already said that. Read that one. Here we go. Harry telling Dexter, take that fucker down, made me laugh. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I mentioned that in my review.
That's a good one.
I think everybody liked that moment. Wow, I got behind here. I love some Cranston, and even though we always know the big bad will die, when they bring in these bigger names, it becomes like a Law and Order type show, 80% of the story from the jump. I want to see them have a big bad survive past the first season they're in. That's what I think the next route they go. Like in Scream, we all wanted multiple ghost faces, just 2. We wanted more than that. We got that. So in Dexter, I want a big bad that outsmarts Dexter and makes it to the second season that they've been in. Maybe even a 3rd season.
All depends on execution.
Episode 7 was when Dexter met Claudette in the lecture. Okay.
Yeah.
Dom Framp is not in custody. Could we lose Oliva or Claudette because of him? Probably. I think one of those 2 are going to die. We don't really know a lot about Oliva right now. So I could see him just being a character that they'll kill off, or he'll be somebody bad eventually. It would be a terrifying scene seeing Claudette being manhole hooked to death while staying alive plays in the background. I could see it happening too, unfortunately. Claudette must know Dexter saw the New York Ripper tool. Maybe. One thing I did like is that someone finally mentioned Bud Spatter is kind of junk science, but Dexter gets to show that some of us are still damn good at what we do. Yep, that was good. I like that. Crazy Coffee Man, the blood spatter background is a fair alibi, though. Mm-hmm. Michael C. Hall's performance as Dexter Morgan has always been phenomenal. His performance as David Fisher in 6 Feet Under was awesome as well. I've watched the premiere of that show and then never watched it anymore.
I keep watching.
Yeah, I liked it actually. Just shit happens, life happens, and I don't have time to watch it. But I could rewatch Breaking Bad 10 times and Dexter 10 times. So
it's funny that happened to me with Buffy. I saw like 5 episodes into it, then I stopped. I was having fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
I now own Buffy. Maybe I'll watch that.
I need to watch all of it.
Me too.
Yeah, especially if you want to get caught up.
It's kind of outdated now, though.
Enjoying all of Michael's scenes. Yeah, he's been phenomenal.
Aren't they? Sorry to interrupt you. They're remaking Buffy, aren't they? Or
yeah,
they've already shot the pilot.
Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar's back. Do you think that Trinity's son Jonah will be in Dexter Resurrection season 2 or season 3?
I hope not.
I don't want to say no, but they might bring him in just because everybody's talking about him because of Cody. I don't think Cody was the first person that came up with that theory, but he's the biggest person that came up with it. So I like that better than it being some random nobody that we didn't really know and it's kind of weak. But that is a loose end.
Random nobody, then connecting everything.
That is the loose end that we need to solve.
Well, yeah, I mean that would make it come full circle if, like, in season 3, he killed Harrison or something, right, or something like that. So,
I think Harrison might die. I really do. I thought he was going to die this season, but I mean, Dexter is a story of tragedy, and people around Dexter die. And if he keeps pushing, if Harrison stays around him, his days are numbered. And Charlie even mentioned that to Harrison, like, you should get out of here. He'd be smart if he did that. So,
call it now. It's going to be Jonah. It's going to be Jonah. Season 3, episode 10.
Maybe. I think the name Bay Harbor Butcher is pretty outdated. What would you 3 name Dexter?
The Hudson Harvester. Hudson River. Could be Empire State Slasher. I looked this up. I seen your comment.
Oh, nice.
Broadway Butcher. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, because like Bay Harbor Butcher would be Miami, so yeah.
Because right here in Miami is Bay Harbor, so it makes sense for the title.
Yeah, Hudson. He dumped the body in the Hudson River, so Hudson Harvester is what I'm going with.
I don't have an answer. I'm not creative enough to think of that on the fly here or on the spot here. So
just say New York Ripper.
Because I'm not sure you guys know, but the name of Dexter's apartment is literally called Bay Harbor. Let me see. Bay Harbor Club. Does that make sense?
It does. T. Parker Evans has been there.
I have.
Lucky you.
Well, I live in Miami, so.
Lucky you. Or unlucky you with how hot it is there.
It's so hot, man. Don't come here.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that. I can't think of anything. So Michael looked happy to be playing Dexter again. You could tell he was having fun with the role and being amazing at it. Yeah, he was. Yeah. I think he is. This is a solid season for his performance. Like one of the best, actually, I'd say. It was pretty good.
I can see the season getting like Emmy nominations.
He better win an Emmy for this.
Definitely him, Peter Dinklage, and Uma Thurman.
And Jack Alcott.
Yeah.
Where do you think Dexter gets the plastic for Prater? I've been wondering about that. Well, Prater is a cook or chef, so maybe he has it in his kitchen. Again, if he doesn't, it's a plot convenience. So, any thoughts on that, Rusty Reels or T. Parker?
I mean, he has a mansion, so you can get plastic anywhere.
Yeah, he might have a whole closet devoted to plastic. I mean, he probably has everything, so who knows?
Or just for the Bay Harbor Butcher. Have
you seen the Seeing Sweet Pea TV series, comedy drama series? I've seen it. It has 1 season. It's on Stars. I've already recommended it to those guys. If you get a chance to see Sweet Pea, you can get a free trial to Stars. I mean, it's a sloppy female version of Jack Dexter, but I think Ella Purnell does really good, and I liked it. And it has been renewed for season 2. So
you gotta watch Barry.
I can't even make it past the first episode. Like I keep dozing off. But in all fairness to shows, if I sit in my living room and watch stuff, I usually do doze off. So if I sit in my chair in my computer where I am right now, I usually don't fall asleep. So maybe I need to watch it in my room.
If you love Dexter, you gotta love Barry. It's so similar to Dexter.
I got like 40 minutes or 30 minutes into the first episode. I just wasn't thinking it, but
it gets one better.
Episode.
It gets better.
I know, I get it. It's one episode, and not even finishing the first episode, so I can't really judge a series off of that.
Yeah, first season's pretty good.
The performance has elevated the season, no doubt. I think it was the best acting wise overall. I would agree with that. They had some really strong performances, especially like episode 9. I think everybody was on cue there, even though they had a lot of plot conveniences. TV series 2024. Yep. Season 1. Chris, we've talked about that, I think, in every chat that you've been in. So, but if anybody new here hasn't seen Sweet Pea, I always recommend it. Barry is awesome. I co-sign that 100%. Yeah, I'm sure it's awesome. I know everybody says it is. I just Haven't got past the first episode yet. I also haven't got past the monkey yet. I put it in on a Sunday, but it was getting late, and then I turned it off because it was getting too late. So I made it to the part where they're like at a dinner scene, and then somebody dies, and then I turned it off. So I had to that was a few weeks ago, though. I need to revisit that.
Yeah. I just wanted to say I appreciate Chris's comment. I didn't know anything about Sweet Pea, so I appreciate him bringing it up.
Okay. I mentioned it before. Were you not paying attention?
I guess
Pea has Ella Purnell from Yellow Jackets and Fallout in it. It's like a female version of Dexter, but she's a lot more sloppier. But it was enjoyable. It takes place in England. I think it's England. But it's good, and it got renewed for a second season. I don't know how much further it'll go though. But.
No, I heard you say it earlier tonight, but I didn't know until you said it was like what it was. So I appreciate it.
I own it. I bought the import of it just so I could own it because I wanted to get my hands on it, so I don't have to keep stars. Who the hell wants to pay for stars? So, I mean, we've talked about a lot of things. Is there anything that we haven't talked about yet that we want to talk about before we potentially wrap up? Not necessarily wrap up right away, but just get close to wrap it up.
I can't think of anything else. And as far as the episode, there, like I was telling you before we started, JDev, really there wasn't. I mean, there wasn't maybe 2 different locations, 3, including Harrison's bedroom or wherever, or the bedroom scene. But this was really like a really concise episode. So at the same time, they covered a lot of ground in the plot. But I can't think of anything else that we haven't covered outside of all the wild ass theories that didn't happen. But
not yet, at least. Claude X is coming.
Yeah.
Do either of you think that somebody that Dexter has killed before has went to one of Prater's dinner parties? That's something I saw online once.
How long has he been doing these dinner parties?
I think he's been doing it since 80, maybe late 80s, early 90s, maybe. Because his parents died in 82, right? Is that what they said the year was? 82? So maybe add like 15 years to that.
I'm trying to think.
So close to 2. Yeah, I'd say.
I mean, Trinity's been everywhere, so maybe Trinity.
That would be interesting.
Was he cycling out? It seemed like some of them were there every single year or so. But then he still had files on ones that weren't there. So I was wondering how he was cycling them out.
Yeah, I wish we would have got more backstory to that. And like, there's not a lot of answers yet for that.
Because wasn't Trinity's hammer in the room too?
Yes.
So maybe
it's hammer time. I think that'd be cool if they did like a flashback scene of Arthur Mitchell and Leon Prater. Hello, Leon Prater.
I mean, the Arthur Mitchell spinoff hasn't been canceled.
I'm fascinated by you. Your killings are just amazing. The 4 killings that you do. Yeah, we already kind of touched upon Dexter needs to get rid of that yacht if it's registered to Prater. Like, what are you doing driving around in that thing? Hopefully that's what he does. I don't think I have anything else, but I'm open to suggestions. We need to have a Dexter trivia night.
They need to do a Dexter Resurrection opening intro.
Yeah, they do.
I'm not a big fan of the whole like quick cuts where you see parts of the episode you're about to watch, like spoilers.
That spoiled Masuka's return. They showed Masuka in that for episode 3, so. Yeah, I don't like that. I would rather just see an intro, the same intro to sound that we've always had, and just add the resurrection characters into it. But apparently they don't want to do that anymore because they didn't do it for this. So maybe if we start a petition online and get 100,000 signatures, that they'll listen to us about that stuff.
Hopefully.
And now we can talk about how shitty Conjuring was.
No spoilers. Might see that on Sunday. Dexter used plastic wrap as protection and a Dexter scene. Kind of.
Wait till streaming.
I have a question about the TV series You. Does it have anything related to Dexter content or no? I mean, it's a story about a guy that's obsessed with people and he uses social media to stalk people. Penn Bagley's in it. It's got 5 seasons. The 4th season to me was just unwatchable, though. Like, it was so boring. But then again, I watched it in the living room, and maybe that's why it was bored, because I kept falling asleep during it. Or me falling asleep is dozing off for like a minute or two, if even. But yeah, I'm not a fan of you. I liked the first 3 seasons. Some people I know hate season 3 because it's too woke. I actually kind of like some of the stuff in season 3. I'm a big fan of that guy that's in the Friday the 13th remake, the guy that says your tits are stupendous, and he's in you season 3. I don't. T. Parker, have you seen you yet?
I saw the first episode and I gave up.
Okay, so yeah, he's one of the people in season 3 of you, and I just like that actor from. I like his character of Friday the 13th. I think he's great. But yeah, some of my friends are like, "You watched season 3? You like that season?" I'm like, "It was okay. It's better than season 4, that's for sure." So yeah, I mean, I think the first 3 seasons are pretty solid. After that, season 4, I couldn't even finish. I know what happens. In season 5, I watched like 3 episodes, and then I didn't get past those. I know Brad Hawk Talk has watched them all and did something on his channel. I don't know. I think he did an updated ranking of that. I might not be right on that though. Great discussion, guys. Thank you, Brad. You'll have to join us sometime. Maybe you don't want to be on the stream because I swear too much. That might be why. If you want to invite me on your channel, I'll censor myself. I don't have to swear for things. If that's a reason, I just thought of that because I'm surprised
You
you
don't
haven't.
swear often.
You know how many times I've been saying "surprise, motherfucker" lately?
I mean, that's a quote. Different story.
or more, it's more "subscribe, motherfucker." I said that like 9 times in one of my videos. I was having fun saying that. Subscribe, motherfucker. I'm gonna get Eric King to send me a video of him saying "subscribe, motherfucker."
Is there a limit to how many you can say without being demonetized?
I don't know. I'm just theorizing here. I don't know if that's the reason Brad hasn't come on the channel yet. So maybe I'm too swear too much. I don't know. I'm just theorizing. I might be completely off. Like
I don't know, but they're sensitive about using the that little short that I did that was a little over a minute long. I got copyrighted because of the flag because of the using the Dexter intro.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, they're too picky about stuff. That's for sure. I know. I was surprised. I did my my Dexter Resurrection trailer reaction, and that didn't get flagged at all. And I was actually shocked. Like, wow, I thought for sure this would get flagged. Like, because now I'm going to react to trailers more often. Like Scream 7, when we get that trailer, gonna have a trailer reaction. T. Parker Evans.
There's a rumor how it might come out this Sunday during the VMAs.
Okay.
Because Drew Barrymore is like presenting something. So just a rumor.
Okay. What was online that it was supposed to be playing with The Conjuring, and it wasn't.
That's just another rumor too. So it could be VMAs this Sunday. It could be next week for the long walk.
It'll be
the week after for him. Who knows? But it's sometime this month.
Okay. I bet it'll be at the VMAs, man. I remember back in the 90s. That's when I think that's
VMAs too. I think Trinity would be offended by Prater. Maybe. Didn't read the books, but I heard the files he stole were some of the most interesting and devious from them. That's in the books of the files. Is Prater in the books?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Maybe I'm missing a comment here. We need the bacon chop noise intro back.
So what's funny is that short that I did, I pulled in the original with that, and I couldn't use it because I was like, damn, he's chopping on this bacon really bad. So that's all you could hear while I was trying to show my video was him chopping.
Okay. Trent from Friday the 13th may be a piece of shit, but he does split some truth in that scene. Those tits were stupendous. I liked them quite a bit. It's yeah. Will was by far the best character in you. Will. I'm not recalling who Will was, Brad. Is he a season 4 or 5 character? Yeah, you have to comment who he was and what season he is in. Does Peter Parker Evans upload?
Peter Parker.
Not yet. Maybe someday, right? I think for T. Parker Evans, the best thing to see him do is his Letterboxd stuff and his content that he does on Instagram, which his links and Rusty Reel's links are in the description. Check those out. If there's a problem with any of those links, let me know. I've seen the teaser for Scream 7 already. It was shown at the new Conjuring movie premieres. Did you see it, T. Parker Evans?
It was supposed to be, but it wasn't at the Regal. So
at the AMC, nothing was shown at my theater.
Will was the person whose identity Jill stole in season 2. I'm trying to remember, but season 2 wasn't a season that I liked a lot, but I don't know. Oh, sorry, T. Parker.
That's totally fine.
No, I'm gonna start calling him Peter Parker Evans. No.
It was pretty
Hey,
funny.
I love Spider-Man, so
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
it's just a Reese's Pieces commercial. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I saw that online, but not in theaters.
Okay. Well, I mean, I got nothing else. I don't have any Dexter trivia questions ready. Otherwise, I'd try doing that. But anybody have anything Dexter related to say before we kind of end things here shortly?
I think we covered it all, man.
Yeah, we covered it all. I mean, I don't know what other Dexter videos we can do. I mean, if there's some, we'll have to organize a Dexter trivia night and then have somebody be the host of the trivia night and then have it where there's 3 people at a time and each person's asked like 3 questions and only that person. And then the next person's asked something like that. And whoever has the most points advances to the next round or something like that. Maybe get, Brad Hawk Talk in and Cody Leach if he's available and CPO with Willis Greedia if he wants to be a part of it. And any other Dexter. I don't know if the legendary Crazy Coffee Man will want to do it, at least on camera, but if you can do an audio only thing, people need to be on camera to make sure people aren't cheating. Like put your hands in the air as you're answering questions so you can't type anything on the computer. So, with Scream, yep. Adios, hermanos. Take care, Brad. Yep.
Yeah, thanks everybody for joining.
Yeah, you 3 in a game show. I'd watch the hell out of that. Yeah, we'll have to definitely do a Dexter trivia. I'll try to organize it maybe for next weekend, potentially. I don't know. Maybe just be us 3. Somebody else.
My ass would lose that. Maybe movies or something. Better at movies.
Okay. The Files He Stilled are apparently characters from the books, nothing to do with Prater, and supposedly they go a bit harder and darker. Okay, interesting. I started listening to the audiobook of the first Dexter book, Dearly, whatever it's called, but never finished it. Again, just too long and things came up. YouTube, Crazy Coffee Man. So, Rusty Reels, since you actually post stuff on YouTube, what do you have coming? What can people look forward to seeing on your channel?
I'm going to have the Conjuring review that'll come out hopefully tomorrow morning. But every week I'll keep on posting at least one movie review, so look out for that. And then one thing that I have that's popular is if you look forward to the movie releases, I release those every week by Monday. So if you want to track like what's coming out, you can look forward to that. And other than that, just some funny ass videos and shorts. Okay. So
is that just on your Facebook or is that on YouTube as well?
So everything's on YouTube. I'm basically on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. But my TikTok has some stuff. It's a little bit more raunchy sometimes. So the South Park and Hunting Wives, if you know what that is. But
Hunting Wives from it. Okay.
Hunting Wives, yeah.
Oh, okay. T. Parker, what do you got coming on the T. Parker channel?
Nothing. I'm not a YouTuber like you guys. I'm just here to have fun and chat.
I mean,
Dexter.
I don't know what you consider to be. I mean, obviously, I post videos every day, and I've been posting every day. But I'm just a guy that likes to talk in front of a camera. Sometimes I can barely talk. Sometimes my eye bothers me. Sometimes my ass hurts from the chair, which I got a new chair. Well, it's an old chair that I hadn't been using, and it's been better. But you can see me getting fidgety and stuff. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's my lower back or something's going wrong. I don't know. I'm getting too old. 45 going on 85. So, T. Parker, I think we should all spam the chat with T. Parker create a YouTube channel. We want to see Halloween content from T. Parker Evans. I mean, if
follow my Instagram. I do Instagram reels and photography.
Yeah, but it's YouTube, man. You got to do.
YouTube is so strict. I don't know how you guys do it.
That's why I don't do reactions much, because it's like people are like, how come you don't? Your video says reaction. Well, it is my reaction after I watch the episode, but it's not a live reaction to me watching the episode. Although sometimes I will record my reaction, like I did to a wrestling thing tonight that I posted on Instagram.
Yeah, so it is really strict. Like on my movie releases, I have to switch my song between TikTok and YouTube because of the copyright issues on YouTube. It's ridiculous. I have to use YouTube's shitty ass music that they have.
Yeah, I know
after I spent all that time.
somebody really wants me to put music on my videos, like at a low volume, and then I did it once. They complained, like, I don't like that song. Like, this when I was doing my Breaking Bad review series. It was like early on, and then they complained that they didn't like the music that I was choosing. So whatever. But so I guess follow T Parker on Instagram. It's the link is in the description. As far as JDead TV, I've already alluded to what's coming next on the channel. Lots of Dexter content in the next week. And Kyle disappeared, or Rusty Reels disappeared. Gonna be fun and exciting. The Dexter season's right. Oh, it's Annabelle.
I'm not. This is gonna end up in the dumpster. It freaks my wife out, but I did it for the Conjuring review coming out. So
okay, that's good.
It freaks me out. Though.
Wait, you gonna throw it in a dumpster? You're not gonna sell it?
Yeah, send it my way.
Probably not. It was like $100, so no, for one 10-minute review.
I would get it. Yeah, say it to me.
You'll take it. You guys can link up after the stream or something, and we'll talk after the stream for a few minutes too. So, my channel tomorrow. If you're a member of my channel, you can see it right now. My updated Dexter Seasons Rank video is out. It will be available for everybody at 7 a.m. Central Time. I would do it earlier, but then that affects the views on my other video. So that's why I haven't posted it already, or at least at midnight. So, but my updated ranking of the 11 seasons of Dexter that we have out, and let's give everybody a hint that doesn't know what the thumbnail looks like. I think I'm doing a better job of my thumbnails, although compared to some YouTubers, it's not even close. But here is the thumbnail for that. My updated. Let me get this comment off the screen here. So that's the thumbnail for my updated Dexter Seasons Ranked. You can't see the bottom part of it, apparently. It's cut off, but it says Dexter Seasons Ranked there. So hopefully it'll be a fun video. I think my current Dexter Seasons Ranked that's available that I did after Original Sin is my #1 viewed video, but it might not be. One of my UFC fight reactions is doing really good again. So that's tomorrow. And then I haven't recorded it yet, which I was supposed to do today, but it's getting harder to record longer videos. Like, if it's not a review that I can just breeze through, like where I have to talk about different things, like my brain is just short circuiting. Yeah, good movie, by the way, if you haven't seen Short Circuit. But my villain/antagonist ranking should be out on Sunday. Here's a sneak peek of the list, and it might change. I'll put this on a Word document on the computer, but I have 23 villains/antagonists. And I am including all the serial killers from Dexter Resurrection, Lady Vengeance, the Tattoo Collector, Rapunzel, Leon Prater. I'm not including Charlie because she didn't really kill anybody, although she might have had something to do with Mia's death. Also on there, of course, all our villains from the main season. I also included Little Chino and Ray Speltzer. Little Chino, of course, was the big guy from the first 2 episodes of Dexter Season 2. And then Ray Speltzer was the guy that had like the was like a Minotaur hat on or something like that. If you remember that episode in Season 7, that's the guy that Deb was okay with him killing, and that he cremated him and also put his blood slides in the cremation at that point. So Speltzer did make it to 2 episodes of Dexter, so that's why he's on the list.
Also, he had the funniest scene with Dexter where he was like, fuck, and Dexter pretty much mimicked him.
Yeah, I'm surprised not everybody includes him because he's like a memorable villain as well as Little Chino. Like, I think they should have a Little Chino flashback or something like that. So that'll be on Sunday. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I might do a Mr. Robot review. It'll be so Chris, if you're still in the chat, my Mr. Robot reviews will premiere at some point this week. I just don't know what day. I might take a break to give the legendary Crazy Coffee Man a day of not having to watch one of my videos unless he wants to watch Mr. Robot content. So that'll be my top 10 favorite episodes. I don't know which order these will be in. I'm going to be ranking Dexter's love interests. Okay, we all know who's going to be #1, but it's how I get there. And then, maybe I think I'm going to go with Sophia, actually. She was really important to Dexter in his younger years, so she might be #1. Yeah, or she's the New York Ripper. So that'll be a video. And then I'll be ranking all the people involved in law enforcement at Dexter, because I don't want to include them in the villain antagonist. Like, I don't want to include Dokes, Maria LaGuerta, and Batista in the villains antagonist video. So I'm just going to be ranking all the law enforcement on Dexter. So that's Dokes LaGuerta, Frank Lundy, Harry Morgan, Captain Matthews, Teddy Reed from New Blood, Angela Bishop. Anybody involved in law enforcement, they'll be in that ranking. I don't remember how many is going to be on that video, so that'll be a video that'll be available at some point this week. So let me
I have a question. Are you going to like split the Harrys?
No, I'm just going to think of Harry overall, which, I mean, we really just got Christian Slater Harry. We didn't really see Harry in action much in the original show, just a few times, but it was mainly afterwards. But it could, but that would just be adding another character. So it's just going to be Harry in general as a character. Same thing with any ranking with Harrison. I have to factor in all the Harrisons, even though not a big fan of New Blood Harrison, but the Resurrection Harrison is still the same character. So that's what
Harrison on Chemil was better than New Blood Harrison.
Yeah. That was my only gripe about Hannah. She took Harrison to the hospital and didn't disguise herself at all when she is a wanted woman. One bad scene with Hannah was that. Let me catch up on the chat here. I don't even remember what I was at. I think I was at right here. YouTube Crazy Coffee Man. Darkly Dreamy Dexter book. Okay. Is that the book? Yes, that's the book. Leanne Prater has a signed O.J. Simpson I Did It book. Just see Dokes' fate and them for comfort. Okay, so referring to the books. Yeah, YouTube is so strict. Does T. Parker have OnlyFans? I don't know. Do you, T. Parker?
I'm thinking about it.
I have an OnlyFans account. I don't post anything on there that anybody would really want to see, though. I don't have any weird things on OnlyFans. I just have an OnlyFans to check out other OnlyFans content. So I do have one. Don't post anything on there yet. But hey, if anybody wants to pay a lot of money, I'm open. If I can make a lot of money doing YouTube, I'm certainly open to doing whatever I can do to quit my full-time job. There, I said it. I'm just doing this shit for fun on my downtime on Alien Earth. Are you going to be doing the TV series Alien Earth? I'm behind in that right now. I know Rusty Reels is watching Alien Earth and actually is a big fan of the show. But myself, I've only watched the first 3 episodes, I want to say. And I did a lot of dozing off during the first one. And a couple times, the second one was really good. And then the third one, I've kind of forgot what already happens in that. So I think I'll start over, if anything, on that.
It'd be cool to do Welcome to Derry when it comes out in October. That'd be one I'd be interested in. But I think Brad's going to do it. So
okay, yeah.
I'm going to stick with the movies.
I think I'm just going to stick with Mr. Robot, Supernatural, The 100, and then at some point I'll be adding The Shield to that. And then maybe like a Dexter season review, like once per month until we get New Blood season 2. Or, wow, I just said New Blood. I don't want a New Blood season 2. Resurrection season 2. Yes, I'm here. He was when I referred to Mr. Robot. Yeah, that review should be the first one. Should be this week. I like the show sometimes, but sometimes I'm lost watching the show. I will say that. Ray Speltzer's death scene was funny as hell. Dexter going ape up on the catwalk. I don't remember the catwalk. So that catches us up on the chat. So, gentlemen, I appreciate you being here. I gave you guys a little bit more of a notice this time. Sorry about that. I want to try to stream every Friday night if I don't have anything else going on. So that might be something to kind of consider. I might want to be on a stream with JDev. So I appreciate both of you. Everybody in the chat, Troy, Chris, the legendary Crazy Coffee Man, Brad Hawk Talk, Reindeer, Jason McDaniel, Gia, commenter. Now my eyes are starting to get blurry. Goddamn contacts. Well, anybody else that I know there's Hala, and I'm terrible with pronouncing names. So I'm saying your name wrong.
We've almost had up to 20 people on here, so we appreciate you guys. Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Make sure if you haven't done so already to like and subscribe. Subscribe to Rusty Reels. Give him a like on some videos. Follow T Parker on Instagram. He's got lots of good stuff there. And if you want scoops on Scream 7 and other Dexter scoops, if you don't subscribe to Dexter Daily already, T Parker could definitely help you out with that. But I'm going to get off here. I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. It was a fun stream, and I feel like this is the best stream I've had in terms of like my mindset's good, even though I only slept for like 4 hours last night. So I'm going to talk to these guys off camera for a second there, but thank you all. and to all, have a good night.